Welcome to episode 1 of 10-Minute Tech Talks Growth Code, How to Crack the Inc. 5000. This is your host, Jonathan Kersting with the Pittsburgh Technology Council and Tech Vibe. And for this 10-Minute Tech Talks mini-series, we're digging into the values that helped Echelon Risk Cyber land at number 433 on the Inc. 5000. Founder Dan Desko says one of the big decisions was making the company truly client-centric, not in the poster on the wall way, but in the drop the everything when it matters way. In this clip, Dan explains why Echelon uses the words clients, why relationships matter more than transactions, and why cybersecurity success depends on teamwork when the pressure really hits. Let's jump into my talk with Dan right now and pick up his first tips.
So you're really putting your thought, looking back as to what you thought worked and where you saw success and saying, I want to do that same thing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Right. That luxury is so rare. You know, when you join an established company, right, you're kind of figuring it out. You're figuring out what the values are and, you know, who's got what value and who has it in spades and who doesn't. When you're starting it from brand new, that's the one thing you get to do is think deeply about what characteristics you want your teammates to have and try your darndest to hold the line to that.
Very much so. So client-centric makes so much sense for me. I think obviously these are the folks that pay you.
Yeah.
These are the folks that you want to keep paying you. And so the idea is that you got to start with that. And it seems obvious, but sometimes it's not so obvious. It's something, it gets so obvious, it's not obvious, right? Tell me about like why that is the top one on the list.
Yeah, and you know, it's interesting you say the obvious piece too, right? Because you see a lot of core values and a lot of them are like integrity and honesty. And I'm like,
can you imagine someone says our core values are dishonesty, being evil?
Exactly. I'm like,
yeah, of course that is, right?
Those should be like givens.
Yeah, table stakes, right?
Yeah, like those are the price of poker to do business at all.
Exactly.
So, you know, right off the bat, those things are kind of like off the table as core values. Your core values should be, you know, a mixture of ingredients that kind of make you a bit different.
Yeah.
Not just, you know, things that everyone in ethical business should have.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So, you know, I was like, we could just agree that those are kind of like givens. And I kind of even wrestled with myself on the client-centric one a bit.
You're thinking that's so obvious in a sort of a way? Yeah.
Totally. But also just, you know, at the end of the day, felt like that was something that absolutely has to be called out.
100%.
And made like the North Star.
Exactly.
Of everything.
My whole theory is it's all being in business is all about getting paid at the end of the day and making sure your employees get paid. Without clients, it doesn't happen. So
yeah, and if we're not thrilling our clients, then what are we doing? Like,
exactly.
Why are we even in business?
So how do you keep yourself customer centric then? Is there a key thing that you do?
Yeah. So we don't call them customers.
Love it. Yeah.
You know, Walmart has customers.
Gotcha.
We have clients. I think, you know, clients denotes a higher level of relationship.
100%.
And you know,
clients you send Christmas cards to and you call on the weekend and stuff like that. Customers, they come in, it's very transactional. You're building relationships, not transactions, right?
Yeah. I mean, you show up for clients in hard times. You drop what you're doing when a client's in crisis. It could be a personal crisis that they share with you, right?
You step up to it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A customer waits in line at a queue at customer service, right? Clients get special treatment. So yeah, I think we all start by thinking of a client differently, you know, a client versus a customer. Yeah. And I think we're constantly looking for different things that we can do within our proven method and proven process to deliver to make the experience better.
Love it. So that really leads into teamwork, I think, very naturally, because if you have to have your team thinking that way. And once again, I think teamwork's one of those things where, like, of course there has to be teamwork, but that is, I think, obviously one of the hardest things to solve. Getting two people to work together is a pain in the butt. Getting three people is almost impossible. And after that, it's good luck. So how do you do it?
Well, you let new hires know that teamwork is important to us, right?
Exactly.
And you try to suss that out early in the process.
Yeah. Do you do that when they're waiting in line for the Echelon tattoo?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Exactly. It's a brand actually now.
Actually, yeah. You really want to singe it
We need a little pain, to make sure it's real. But no, so cybersecurity is a team sport. There's no way that we could be successful as cyber professionals fighting against nation state actors and criminal groups.
Yeah.
You can't go that alone. And I love the motto of one of our biggest business partners, CrowdStrike. Their motto is one team, one fight.
Yeah, that's very unifying, right? I mean, especially when you put in the fact that it is a fight. Because the work that you guys do, it's literally a fight. You are striking back against some of the most evil people in the world as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and some days it's not. Some days it's, it feels like the normal sort of course of business, but then you get hit by something and it's like, okay.
Rally, guys, let's go.
And that happens, right?
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, imagine trying to go that alone.
Wow. That's a powerful reminder for any tech entrepreneur. Growth is not just about landing customers. It's about building relationships worth protecting. Dan Desko and the Echelon team turned that mindset into one of the core values behind their Inc. 500 recognition. In the next episode, we'll get into how Echelon hires for personality, builds trust, and faces issues head-on when the stakes get real. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. This has been Jonathan Kersting with the Pittsburgh Tech Council and Tech Vibe.